Hi everybody, welcome to the thumb. I just walked down this morning to check and see if my oats was up yet, and it's not. It's I guess day 15 since I planted them. But it kind of, as I was looking through on the ground, I kind of remembered some of the things that I observed when I was planting my oats. And it was this: a lot of moss growing out in the field. Why is there moss growing out in the field? But I noticed this morning that it's a little bit, there's a little more moss growing where I may have, it's like overlapped my beans last year, soybeans. Yeah, it's like on the headlands, and this spot here, I think maybe I overlapped a little just because I was at the end of the edge of the field where, yeah, I didn't really need the whole pass, but I can't shut off just individual parts of my sprayer. Okay, I'm kind of standing in a wind tunnel right now. I hope it doesn't affect the microphone too bad. So I'm standing on concrete, and there's moss growing on it on the north side of my barn by my junk piles. That's where moss should grow, right? So then I walk over here to where there's dirt, and there's moss growing there too. Still on the north side of the barn, but it is pretty good quality dirt. So the observation I have is, why is moss growing there? My theory, when I get done spraying and there's still a little spray left in the sprayer, I gotta change it for something else, I save that spray and use it to spray around my barns and stuff to keep the weeds down. Sometimes whether I need to or not. So is that tying up all the phosphorus? And why I say that is, I bought a book this winter called When Weeds Talk. And when I was planting my oats, I looked up to see, why is all this moss growing out in my field? Right out in the middle of a good old crop field. Well, I had beans on it, soybeans on it last year. Sprayed with Roundup and Liberty. And my theory is, I'm not a PhD, but I think that's the reason that it's, I think the phosphorus is still there, it's just tied up. So anybody out there that wants to comment and correct me if I'm wrong, go ahead. Well, I just realized that I forgot to sign off on that video, so I'm in a completely different spot now, obviously. But so what I want to say is, take off the blinders, start observing things with an open mind, and thanks for watching, and take her easy.